Must watch. Do this and she will come back crawling to you, modern Stoic. The truth you need to hear. Here's the truth that no one wants to admit. Women aren't looking for a man who chases them. What they crave is a man they must chase. They desire someone who commands respect effortlessly, without needing to ask for it. The moment you start pursuing her, you lower your value in her eyes. Attraction fades when she senses you're too eager. But when you change the game and stop playing by her rules, that's when the tide turns. Suddenly she will come crawling back. Today I'll show you how to shift the power balance and make her earn her place in your life. The falsehood we've been taught. We've all heard the same message. Put in more effort and she'll love you more. It sounds right, but it's a lie. The more you chase, the more she pulls away. It's a simple, painful truth. Think about it. How often have you seen men going all out, arranging elaborate dates, texting non-stop, buying expensive gifts, and still, the woman backs off? Why does this happen? Because the more you give, the less she values you. Consider this. When was the last time you wanted something that came to you too easily? The chase gives things value. When you stop chasing her, you become a challenge, a prize she has to work for. Now is your chance to take control and reshape the relationship. It's time to turn the tables. Number 1. Understanding why she pulled back. Before we dive into the practical steps, it's crucial to first understand why she's pulling back in the first place. Trust me when I say this. It's not a random decision. Women don't just withdraw without cause. It's about power dynamics at play. When a woman feels she holds too much control in a relationship, the attraction diminishes. This isn't something she consciously chooses. It's simply human nature. If she feels like you're always at her beck and call, constantly available, she starts to lose interest. Over time, she might even start looking elsewhere. Here's the hard truth. When something comes too easily, it loses its value. People, especially in relationships, don't appreciate what they don't have to work for. If you've been too available, overly eager to please, or always jumping at the chance to respond, you've already started diminishing your own worth in her eyes. Think about it. When she knows you'll always pick up the phone, always be there at a moment's notice, she starts taking you for granted. And when she no longer feels like she has to earn your attention, she pulls back. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Similarly, a healthy relationship is not about constant availability, but about balance and maintaining a sense of mystery and value. By embodying practical Stoicism for daily life and mastering your iron mind, you can regain the balance and strength that will naturally draw her back to you. Relationships thrive on the delicate art of not being too eager, but instead, giving her the space to miss you. Number 2. The power of walking away. This is where most men fail. They think if they hold on long enough, if they wait patiently, if they just do the right things, she'll come back. But here's the truth. The real power comes when you're willing to walk away for good. Not as a tactic, not as a game, but because you genuinely know your worth. What happens when you walk away? 1. You regain all your power. You're no longer at her mercy. 2. She realizes she's losing you for real. Most women don't believe men will actually walk away. Until they do. 3. You open the door to better opportunities. Instead of chasing someone who's uncertain about you, you attract women who are eager to be with you. Women don't respect men who beg. Women don't respect men who tolerate disrespect. Women don't respect men who can't walk away. But when you show that you can, suddenly you're the one in control. Number 3. Avoiding common mistakes. Avoiding common mistakes is where many men fail. The moment she pulls away, panic sets in, and many men make the fatal error of reaching out. They send a text, comment on her social media, or even ask mutual friends about her. These may seem like harmless moves, but each one chips away at your power. A simple message, just checking in, is enough to dismantle everything you've worked for. Why? Because by reaching out, you've immediately shown her that you're still thinking about her. You've given up control. As Epictetus wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. By not reacting to her silence, you show that you are self-sufficient, that your worth isn't dependent on her attention. The key is to do nothing. If she posts a provocative picture, don't like it, don't comment, don't DM. That's exactly what she's fishing for, the validation. You, the prize, should never beg for attention. Let her wonder why you haven't noticed. Let her miss you. Remember this mantra. A king never begs a queen to stay. Stoicism. Win isn't about running after what you want. It's about letting her come to you. The more you detach, the stronger your position becomes. Don't give her power over you. Stay steady, stay calm, and watch her come back crawling. Comment below. Pain is temporary. Power is forever. You've already won. Number 4. Making her miss you. Here's the secret to making her miss you. Stop giving her attention. Stop validating her. When you pull back, she'll start missing you because you're no longer available. In a world where everyone is constantly connected, your absence will be the loudest message you can send. Why absence works. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. When you're always around, always available, she doesn't have the chance to miss you. But when you go silent, when you remove yourself from her life, she starts to feel that void, and that's when she starts missing you. Women, especially in today's world, are surrounded by attention. Social media likes, texts from guys, compliments, validation from everywhere. But all of that? It's noise. When you go silent, you break through that noise. She starts thinking, why isn't he texting me? Why isn't he liking my pictures? What's going on? That silence creates mystery, and mystery creates attraction. How to use silence to your advantage? Imagine this. You're the guy who's always reacting to her Instagram posts, liking her photos, commenting on her stories. You think you're showing interest, but in her eyes, you're just another guy trying to get her attention. But when you stop reacting, when you don't like her latest selfie, when you don't comment on her new post, she notices. Because now, you're the one who got away. Maybe she posts a story out with her friends, laughing, having fun. She's used to you checking in, sending a "looks like a good time" message. But this time, you don't react. You don't watch her story. You don't like her post. And in her mind, she's thinking about you. Did I lose him? Is he seeing someone else? That uncertainty is powerful. The more she doesn't hear from you, the more she starts to miss you. And that is how you take back control. Number 5. How to stay focused during no contact. The greatest mistake men often make during no contact is allowing themselves to become consumed by thoughts of when she will text or reach out. They end up checking their phones constantly, obsessing over her every move. But this is the exact opposite of what no contact is meant to achieve. No contact is a time for you to turn your attention inward and focus on your own growth. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This is your opportunity to focus on what truly matters, becoming the best version of yourself. Whether it's hitting the gym, building your business, or acquiring new skills, this is your time to shine. This isn't just about waiting for her to come back. It's about evolving into a man who no longer needs to chase after anyone. When she finally does reach out, you don't want to be the same person she pulled away from. You want to be stronger, more confident, and more successful. A man who has mastered the paths of wisdom and practical stoicism. When you focus on growth, you are not just improving for her, but for yourself, becoming someone who controls his own fate. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By focusing on your self-improvement, setting boundaries, and mastering emotional strength, you have already changed the game. Now, when she comes back, it will no longer matter whether you take her back or not. you will have become the kind of man who is in charge of his own destiny, and that is what truly matters. Number 6. Use heartbreak as fuel. Heartbreak, my friend, is an undeniable pain, yet it holds within it a force more powerful than you can imagine. Every moment of longing, every urge to reach out, every sting of rejection, this is your fuel. The world teaches men to wallow in their pain, to sink into self-pity, to endlessly replay past conversations, stalking her every move on social media. But let me tell you this, most men waste their heartbreak. You have the opportunity to rise above it, to transform that pain into the fire that drives you to become your strongest, most formidable self. You see, when you choose to harness that hurt, you're not just healing, you're growing. You become more confident, more resilient, more successful. And when she sees the man you've become, she will regret ever pulling away. This is not a moment for weakness. It is the defining moment of your evolution. As Epictetus, the Stoic sage, wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And you, my friend, are going to rise. You have two choices: sit and wallow, or transform this pain into the cornerstone of your greatness. The gym, your career, your mental fortitude, all these areas will reflect your growth. The best revenge is not in trying to win her back. It's in becoming the man she will always regret losing. Rise. Embrace the change. Number 7. Building emotional strength. Building emotional strength is not just about winning her back. It's about strengthening yourself to the point where no one, not even her, can control you. When you become emotionally bulletproof, unshakable in your identity, and grounded in who you are, you no longer rely on external validation. The more emotionally strong you become, the more attractive you are to those around you, especially women. Emotional strength is the bedrock of any successful relationship. Without it, you're at the mercy of every word, action, or mood from others, especially from her. Every test, every step back from her can feel like a personal attack, but when you're emotionally strong, you rise above these situations. You no longer let anyone dictate your feelings or reactions. You don't allow her moods, her silence, or her pullbacks to control you. This is key to long-term attraction. Women are drawn to men who have emotional control, men who stay calm under pressure and are grounded no matter the situation. Think about the most successful men in the world. Do they let minor obstacles throw them off course? Of course not. They remain calm and focused under pressure, and that's why they succeed. The same principle applies in relationships. When she pulls back, don't overreact. Don't flood her with texts or try to fix the situation. Stay calm, focus on yourself, and let her witness that her behavior does not affect you. This ability to remain composed, regardless of external factors, is what separates those who thrive in relationships from those who falter. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the core of practical Stoicism for daily life, developing an iron mind that remains undisturbed by external turmoil. I encourage you to reflect on how this can apply to your own life and share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 8. The power of no contact. Now we're getting into one of the most effective strategies, the no contact rule. This is where you go completely silent. No texts, no calls, no checking in. You disappear from her life completely. And this is what flips the switch in her mind. You see, women are used to men who can't handle the silence. They expect you to chase, to reach out, to keep the conversation going. But when you don't, it disrupts her entire sense of control. Suddenly, she starts questioning everything. Did you lose interest? Are you seeing someone else? These thoughts flood her mind, and the fear of losing you becomes a powerful motivator. For the next 30 days, you become a ghost, silent, still, and unmoved. No, hey, just checking in messages. This may feel incredibly difficult, and it's normal for the mind to play tricks on you, making you question if she'll move on. But this is where the Stoic principle of emotional mastery shines. The longer you remain silent, the more she will begin to miss you. In Stoic terms, you are mastering the art of patience and emotional detachment. This tactic isn't just a game, it's a strategy that builds inner strength and resilience, qualities that will serve you far beyond the realm of relationships. Think about it. By applying Stoic principles and cultivating an iron mind, you take control of your emotional state and move from reacting to acting with wisdom. So try this out and let me know in the comments how it changes the dynamics in your life. Number 9. What to do when she reaches out. When she finally reaches out, do not jump at the opportunity to re-enter the same emotional cycle that led to her pulling away in the first place. This is not the time to rush into the familiar patterns. This is your chance to demonstrate that you've changed, that you are no longer the man who waited for her approval or hung on her every word. You are no longer seeking validation, but rather commanding respect through your actions. Respond with strength, not desperation. If she sends a casual, "Hey, how have you been?" resist the urge to reply immediately. Let time pass, perhaps a few hours, maybe a day. When you do respond, keep it short and indifferent. "I've been good. Busy with some projects. How about you?" Notice how you are not giving her any emotional leverage. You are not begging for her attention. You're showing that your life is progressing, that you are not bound by her presence. This will leave her wondering, questioning whether she still holds a place in your world. As Epictetus, a master of Stoicism, once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." In other words, your power lies in your ability to remain unshaken by the external, to focus on your own growth and goals. Remember, you are the prize. A king never begs a queen to stay. Stay strong, stay focused, and above all, remember, I control my mind, I control my destiny. Let this guide you as you navigate these moments, for you've already won. Keep moving forward. Number 10. Emotional detachment. Emotional detachment is one of the most powerful tools you can use in relationships, especially when trying to regain your power and attraction. When you stop emotionally investing, you create a space that allows her to miss you. The moment you stop caring about every little thing she does, stop seeking validation, and let go of being constantly available, you transform from someone desperate into someone she starts desiring. It's not about playing games, it's about understanding the Stoic rules of emotional mastery, where you detach your feelings from external circumstances. Think about it. Have you ever desired something more simply because it was out of reach? Whether it was a job, a deal, or even someone's attention, the act of pulling back makes them want you more. Similarly, when you stop texting, calling, or obsessively checking her social media, your absence becomes your most powerful message. This emotional distance forces her to reconsider. She'll start wondering if you've moved on, if she made a mistake, or if you're seeing someone else. This shift in perspective triggers a desire to come back to you. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, if you are distressed by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. So don't fall into the trap of desperation. Step back, reclaim your power, and watch how the dynamics shift. Remember, your emotional detachment is not about indifference, but about strength and control. Number 11. Reinstating boundaries and power dynamics. Once she comes back, the power dynamics have to change. You cannot go back to the same situation where she had the upper hand. This time, it's different. She needs to know that if she wants to stay in your life, she has to respect your boundaries. You're not the guy who's going to chase anymore. If she wants to be with you, she has to work for it, because now you are the prize. Final words. You are in control. This isn't just about getting her back. This is about becoming a high-value man, one who doesn't need to chase. When you focus on your growth, set boundaries, and master emotional strength, you change the game. And when she comes crawling back, it won't even matter if you take her back or not, because now you're in control. And that is what truly matters. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Stoic insights. Feel free to share your thoughts or ask questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Stay strong, stay calm, and I'll see you in the next video.